Hi, and thank you for allowing us to send you this video. My name is Alex, and I'm going to be showing you a few tips on how, by improving your website, you can get more exposure, outrun your competition, and of course, get more customers. So let's start here. Have your website pulled out, and one of the things that I have to recommend is adding more relevant content, in not just images. I see that you have some sort of video here, um, certifications, of course, this type of things. But if you add more relevant content, especially on the homepage, the chances for you get found on Google are going to increase uh, drastically. So that being said, I can see here that not too much information. Or you got these links over here. But other than that, you need to add more wording. Keep in mind when you add content, it has to be relevant, it has to be original, and it has to include the keywords that you want to be found for, because that's going to help you. And I'm going to show you in a few seconds why. Um, on the sub pages, same thing, same principle applies, but not as much as the home page. So, for example, if your competitor has 300 words of content, you should have at least double that. Um, on the sub pages is the same principle, but not as much of the amount. So let's see, for example, here physical therapy. Um, Not much content. You should be adding more content here. I can see a little paragraph over here, but nothing that is really relevant for you to be found. I know the information is valuable, but if you want to be found on Google, you have to add more information regarding your services. If I look on the back end of your website, you're being found for 80 keywords. This is giving you around 24 visits a month to your website. You have 52 backlinks. Now, what are backlinks? Backlinks are other sites that are mentioned in your website and will give you power so you can be found on Google. It's like a popularity contest. So keep in mind that it's not about how many backlinks you have, it's about the quality of these backlinks, because not all backlinks are created equal. So you can have hundreds and hundreds of backlinks, but if they're not relevant, um, if they're not powerful, most important, if they're not targeting the keywords that you need to be found for, these numbers are going to stay just like this, very, very low. Let's take a look on the keywords that you're being found for really quick. And let's see, Rocky Point, physical therapy, you're ranking number one. There's around 30 searches on this a month, and because you're ranking number one, you get 9 visits on that. Rocky Point chiropractor, same thing, 20 searches a month. You're ranking number one, and you can see here that he's getting you 6 visits to that. Physical therapy Rocky Point, which is the keyword you're going to be looking for. And you're going to see why you're not ranking on this as well. But the difference, this is 40 searches a month, and you're ranking number two. Um, we'll see that in a second because this might not be updated. Uh, but you're getting 5 hits out of these 40. So if we go to Google, you're ranking, of course, in the map section over here, which is really, really good. I'm sorry, this is not yours. This is the compare, I believe. Yeah, yours is different. My apologies for that. You're ranking number three, but still being in this top three over here, it's really really important. And then we have this Metro physical therapy, and you have here. So let's see why these guys are ranking number one, and why would it take you to be in this top on this number one position. You can see that they're ranking this service page, and that's why they're this is the page that they're ranking for that specific keyword. So I believe they have multiple locations. You can see over here, of course, they have a lot of locations, and they just rank in this specific page uh, for that specific keyword. And you can see that all of this is coming into place. All this is actually helping them so they can be found on that position, on that number one position. You can see there's a lot of information. So you have to, if your main location is Rocky Point, you have to double this amount of content, so you can actually start competing with these guys. If we look on the back end of this specific uh, service page or location page, you can see that they have 31 backlinks, but they're just doing enough for their for the rank to be really high. That means that the quality of these links are really, really good. And of course, physical therapy Rocky Point, you can see that they used to be number two, now number one. And of course, for Richard Simon, and they're getting 15, with the difference that you were getting only 5. So that's the very, this is where it comes, why it's so important to be ranking in these top 3, top 2 positions, the difference. Because 67% of the people that do a Google search, they only go for the top 3. Most of the time, they go for the number one, the most popular here. So same thing on the map section. Your profile has to be optimized. You got only 14 reviews. They got 119. So that's also helping them to be ranking, because if they're ranking number one here, most likely they're gonna be ranking number one here. And every time that you get a review, you have to try to interact with that review so Google can see that you're actually putting some effort on it. Google loves to see that. So that being said, I don't want to take too much of your time. To recap this really quick, you have to add more relevant content. And if you're paying for backlinks, make sure that they're really good quality links. They have to be really good quality links so you can be seeing the results here, especially for the keywords that you want to keep trying to keep ranking. If you have any questions, let us know. Our information will be attached to the email, and I hope to hear from you soon.